Introducing new Moth Be Gone. Welcome back to WETT The Splash, the home of all your naughty little secrets.
We are live from the scene of the accident, and the death toll has climbed to a staggering rate.
Whether you're wanting to look like a pro or drink like one, we've got you covered. Back Nine Problems, folks. Promo code thickness, all lowercase letters. That's going to be the ad for today.
Wow.
I wouldn't even keep listening, Doug.
Wow.
I wouldn't keep listening because I got to go on some rants
I
here.
think that's record time.
There's too much fire in my heart today
Fire in your heart.
to even consider talking about
Good fire, bad
the
fire.
wonderful deals over there they got at back9problems.com. Promo
Yes,
code thickness, all lowercase.
Oh, look, you asked mine. I didn't know.
Dude, all right. So I had to do this job today, man. Like,
Damn, we're bulling right into it. You're serious.
because my day's still ruined.
I was half expecting a bit for a second.
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Not
tell
a
me.
bit of fucking rant.
Preach, baby. Preach.
All right, so
Woo!
I had to go to this rescue shelter, and
Oh, boy.
let's talk about this before we talk about this rescue shelter.
Yeah.
Let me say that it's in one of the shittier parts about Pittsburgh.
Oh, no.
So when I say one of the shittier parts about Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I think if Pittsburgh was a state instead of a city, its state flag would be a crackhead smoking out of a broken crack pipe, pointing a gun at a woman in a stroller. I fucking hate Pittsburgh.
Yikes, dude.
I hate it.
Yikes.
I hate everything about that town. I hate all of it. I hate the traffic lights. I hate the fucking road. I don't even like the way that it's paved. It could be smooth, and I don't think they did it right. I think that whole city needs to be fucking restarted.
It is kind of rounded, huh?
It fucking sucks.
Maybe it's because some people will be like, blasted or blitzed on the road, and then they hope that you veer off to the side, rather than just hit somebody.
Dude,
That's my best guess.
I hate that place.
I can tell.
I was out there.
You're radiating anger.
There was a homeless guy.
Folks, he's shaking.
All right. I show up to this I show up to this place, and heaven forbid I open the door. It's like a business, right? It's kind of a strange business because we're talking about it's a strip of buildings all together. You know what I'm saying? Like almost no space between them. They're all like one story. You know what I'm saying? But like that's how they built them in like the 50s.
Sure.
Shops, as you would call them.
Shops.
And most of them are fucking empty. There's on one side of me, there's a crackhead who's listening to music so loudly out of this blown speaker that I'm assuming he found.
Yeah.
And it's playing the radio, but he's blasting the shit out of it. The speaker's done.
Yeah.
Like there's no
just
good
muffled.
there's no good sound coming out of it anymore.
Yeah.
It's mostly just broken.
Yeah.
He's blasting it.
Yeah, just ruining it.
There's another guy.
Maybe even worse.
There's another guy around the corner that I can see who's in his underwear, and he's throwing rocks at the cars that are driving by.
Oh, what an ass.
Right? So, I know,
What a
right?
fucking dick.
Dude, and I get there, and this fucking, I go to open the door, because again, this is like a shop, and I just hear, no, close it. So I was like, okay, what the fuck? So I close it, right? And then she takes probably a good 15 minutes.
What?
As I'm I'm just standing on the sidewalk, just like, just admiring the shit that's around me. Just a car would come by, just dumping as hard as it could music.
Yeah.
Just loud, just shaking other cars and stuff. And then another guy would come by at like 120 miles an hour for no reason. Dude, everybody's blowing stop signs and driving hella fast, almost hitting each other.
Fuck you.
There's no bike lanes in Pittsburgh. They'd all be dead.
Eat a dick.
You go where you fit, motherfucker. I'd be on the sidewalk if I was there. Fuck all that. I wouldn't be on the road because people are fucking brutal in Pittsburgh. So, all right. So, and then I'm looking at this building, right? And it's weird because I'm wearing sunglasses, and I'm staring at the concrete, and I notice in the concrete the words like fountain and restaurant. So it's like almost like as if at one point somebody had taken big letters and went up there and then like stuck them to the fucking walls somehow, and they stayed. And it was a big fountain, and then a big restaurant. I'm assuming fountain soda, because probably back in the day that was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got fountain drinks, bro.
Yeah.
That's refills.
Feature.
Yeah, probably. Can you imagine when fountain machines
When they first became a thing? Yeah, they probably were like, wow.
Probably sick, dude.
Yeah.
That was probably sick.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wonder how did they get soda before fountain machines?
I think it was all just cans and bottles.
Cans and bottles, yeah.
You just stocked up on as many as you can get them.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because, I mean, you heard old people say, like, they went to the soda fountain.
Oh,
which means, like that was like a commodity, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was enough to where you can open a shop that just has soda fountains in it.
Kind of like the soft serve, like little shops in the mall and whatnot. Yeah. That makes sense. Anyways. But,
oh my God. All right. So, yeah, I'm like, this used to be a restaurant, like, at one point. Like, it's very hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like, I doubt the lady who's there today even knows that that's up there. You know? Like, I stared at it for a long time. Like, one time I knew this guy who had a van, and he clearly got it from DirecTV at one point, but he couldn't tell. He thought it was just a white van. Oh. But if you stood like at this one fucking longitude and latitude position on this earth while the sun was just at the perfect level, the shine would just allow you to unveil where the vinyl used to be.
Oh, like it left like an outline, kind of, sort of?
It's really fucking hard to see. You can only see it off of glare.
Yeah.
But if you can catch that glare and then you can move your head around accordingly, you can use the glare and move it with your head to find the whole logo. Then you don't unsee it.
Right.
And I showed him that on his own vehicle. So it's like, I like that kind of shit. It's cool. But so the window is just like this glitter thick paper. Okay. So there's no light allowed in this building. Sure. And there's old shitty big stickers of dogs. So it's like a rescue place, right? Yeah. So the lady comes out and the first thing she asked me is, "Do you have an industrial mask?"
What?
Fuck? Okay, so I say, fuck no. Like, what do I look like I do? Like,
you want me to have like an N95? Like,
she wanted to know this. I'll tell you what, brother.
Like a gas mask.
An N95 wouldn't have done shit. I would have melted through 4 of those. No, so she told me that at this job, she said the words "at this job" because she knew that this was going to be something I remembered for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's dropping bombs on you.
The way that she fucking phrased that was like, wow, like, you're correct.
Yeah, you need to pay attention right now.
Dude. She said at this job, there's going to be some harsh smells. And you will be needing a mask to get into certain rooms. Oh. Dude, so I walk in. And the first thing she says as the door opens is, "Oh, and I've been remodeling." It looks like somebody took a whole big house. Like a big house. Yeah. Took everything out. Yeah. And piled it into what used to be the dining room of a small restaurant. And then dog cages.
Just dog cages?
Just dog cages. She's got all the dogs in the back.
What the fuck?
So we're talking about like maybe 4 pens inside this little room. And then just like old dressers and old chairs and old furniture of different sorts.
Doesn't sound like a good establishment.
It's all stacked up together.
Yeah.
And it's carpet. And the carpet is used for all the urine. I don't think she tries ever. Yeah. To get it. Yeah. Like ever. Like I when I broke through the door, I chose to wear 3 of those fake bullshit COVID masks, the blue ones. Yeah. The ones that are meant so you don't spit in somebody during surgery or whatever. Yeah. I like the idea of like a mouth drooling surgeon.
Doing
heart. He's so focused doing heart surgery, like working on a ventricle.
Big fucking
The glover comes down, and then they had to make a whole thing for that, a whole little thing to put on his face, just in case drool tar gets a little too focused again.
But now you just got this thing hovering over you that has his mouth covered.
You spit herpes directly into somebody's heart. You son of a bitch! No. I can't believe it. You have to start. We gotta make something for this. We can't be letting this happen. So I grabbed 3 of them, enough to stop that herpes. And fucking dude, it did nothing. It didn't help at all.
You opened the door,
you open the door and the pressure, the vacuum that you create of the door opening inwards is enough to like pull your air away from you.
What?
And then welcome that air into your face directly. It's almost like you had your last breath in front of you and you open the door and it goes, nope, try this instead. And it hit me so hard, bro.
Spicy meatball.
Oh shit. It was that ammonia smell of just piss.
Yeah.
And like at first it's like, okay, I know what I've had friends that have a lot of dogs and their families maybe couldn't keep up with it, and then it got a little overboard. This was not that. This is, I enslave animals and I keep them here and they just piss on the floor. That's what this is. This is their potty is wherever they are in their kennel.
Yeah.
And the kennel's in here.
That's not good.
Dude, the kennel doesn't have floor.
Yikes,
it's
dude.
Cage. It's basically fencing.
Yeah.
Just that she just dragged inside. And like they're shitting and pissing on directly into a carpet. So I go to where I've made my way at least in, right? And I get about halfway in, and a dog just emerges, from the trash. Just like, oh.
Hey.
And she's like, oh, I was wondering where you are. And then she grabs the dog and puts it in the back. So like we didn't even know that dog was in there.
So she was just like casually like,
yeah,
this one's missing.
Because when I got there, the first thing she did was she pushed me out of the building and started putting all the dogs in the back.
Yeah.
So this dog just appears. It's hilarious. It's a cute dog. Why not? She puts it away, and then she tells me where the thermostat is, and she opens the door, and the first thing she says is, "Oh, we've got a puddle right here, dude." Standing water, all piss.
No.
Standing water, all piss.
No.
Enough piss to make a puddle that doesn't dissipate.
That's messed up.
It doesn't dissipate. There's enough liquid to where it holds together and survives the hot Pittsburgh crackhead sun.
Where's Peter?
This sun melts crack pipes on asphalt, and it still wasn't enough to combat the amount of piss that had all joined into one area.
That's absolutely vile, bro.
Dude, I stuck my head through the door and immediately pulled back because the air that I took in was fucking cold. It was cold.
What?
It's hot in the room.
Yeah.
But it's so much ammonia that it feels cold going into my lungs.
Oh, like it's burning
It's
almost?
burning.
That's disgusting.
It's a cold fire.
Dude, this lady needs to shut down.
I had to immediately.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I had to
What do
immediately,
you do with all the animals? Fuck.
I know, right? Because she already rescued them.
Yeah.
At least they're all together. I don't know. But
rescue, quote unquote, I guess.
I think the whole place needs to be burned down.
Yeah.
So she goes, thermostat's in here. And I put my head in. I dip back out immediately because I will throw up on this lady. I'll take the mask off to throw up on her and then catch more of the room because I took the mask off and more vomit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck this lady. Like,
so bad.
Dude, and then she points at where, like, the filter is, and I'm like, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there. Like, either the filter, because this can happen sometimes, which is hilarious. Sometimes people don't know that they have, like, filters on their, like, HVAC, and they get so dirty that they'll fold in half and then suck into the blower motor. So, like, I was like, either there's never been one or there's been one for so long that it's lodged in the system.
Yeah.
And I'm there because it's broken. So maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
And she,
damn, that's wild that can happen.
Yeah. And she goes, that's the air conditioner right there. But we have to get into this kennel to get to it. And then so I start walking over to the kennel. By the way, boom, dog number 2 just comes out of the garbage.
Yeah, just fucking
hello. Just from like under a fucking dresser and a tipped over chair.
I'm here.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Bernie, gets him in the back. And she goes, okay, before we go in the kennel, I have to warn you, we do have a husky and he's shedding right now. Dude, it looks like they've just didn't try ever to try to pick up that hair or poop.
Yeah.
Or poop.
Dude, she's gonna make you go through that.
I went through it.
Oh my fucking god!
I fucking had to get in there to try to fucking look at this thing,
dude.
So I crawl into the shit fur den,
bitch, dude.
I crawl into the shitty fur den because I want to help this lady. This is such a bad experience, but I have this thing about me, especially because I'm there. Mm-hmm. I just want to help her. I don't want anybody to have to come in later and deal with this. My company or a different one. Nobody in the world.
You're taking the one for the world?
Yes.
You're taking the one for the world.
I'm just like, I will do this just so nobody
That's a true hero.
has to experience this ever again.
That's an HVAC hero right there.
Oh my god!
Fuck,
dude.
this is an ad for the company. Goddamn,
it's hard not to throw up thinking about standing in the fucking fur shit room.
This should be part of the selling point.
So I walk over to the fur shit room.
We'll swim through shit for you.
We're really just swimming in shit for our customers.
So you go through the den.
I go into the den and I was like, so what are we looking at? And she goes, well, that's the air conditioner, and she just points at a vent in the ceiling.
Okay,
just a big vent. And I was like, all right, well. That's not good.
Yeah.
We're fucked. Like, all right. So I was like, so where actually is the air conditioner? And she goes, that's not it. I was like, that's not it. That's just that's an open can. I can see into it. You can't see into that from right where I'm standing? You not just see, I can see in it. Like it's you fucking crazy. What do you think? What? Oh man. So
she just made you crawl through shit. Dude.
Yeah. To stare at an open can. That I could have seen.
Not even the air conditioner.
Yeah, dude.
That's like comic book level. Yeah. It's like here it is, and you look at it. Just, what? Where's what? The slow pause realization of what you just went through just for this bitch not to even take you to the fucking prize.
God, dude.
Oh my
god. So then I'm like, so is it in the backyard? Like, can we look back there? And she goes, oh no, the dogs are all they own that area. You do not want to go out there. That's
their turf.
And it's crazy.
They'll fuck you.
And it's crazy because I'd imagine it's like, well, all the dog shit's already here inside with us. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine it's that bad back there, honestly. Mm-hmm. Just bring them all inside. Mm-hmm. And she goes, yeah, the last people who worked on this building, they just put their ladder on the sidewalk in front of the street. And I looked over to the homeless guy who was throwing rocks at cars in his underwear. And now he's just politely sitting crisscross applesauce on the concrete screaming. And I was like, I don't think I want to just be unattended, just putting my ladder right here.
Yeah.
Like 35 feet in the air.
Yeah.
With this guy just doing whatever saga he's part of.
Yeah. He might come over. He might come over and fucking, start a fist fight with the ladder.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know what to do. Like, well, okay, hold on. First of all, what I did was I told her that we're going to have to come back with a bigger ladder. I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I got the fuck out of there. And I continued on my shitty Pittsburgh journey, which is why Pittsburgh's such a shithole, and I'm not done with that fucking place yet.
Oh my fucking god. But that was Act 1.
That was
Act 1.
That was Act 1.
Act
1. Dude, so then I call my boss. I tell them that moving forward, maybe not this customer.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find means of income other places, and that's one place that personally I hope I never go to again. And I told her very specifically, I said, if you're going to send somebody back to this place, they need a real. I'm getting like indigestion thinking about
you're gagging
because I inhaled so much piss today.
Yeah.
It's still in my lungs a little bit. It's clinging onto old weed resin and getting stuck in there. Oh my god. But
Get out of my house.
I know, right? I'm not using this microphone next week. I hope you know that. I'm going to get another one of these little boom covers. Dude, I told my boss, like, if you send somebody back here, we need like a respirator.
Yeah,
Not even to be mean to her, to make sure that people are going to be
That's
okay.
how bad it is
Dude,
there.
I don't know that.
If you have asthma, you're fucking fucked.
I don't know what percentage of people can walk through as far as I did into that.
Probably not many.
Because it was bad from
Yeah.
the front door when I initially accidentally opened it in the start of this story. It was bad then. Like,
Yeah.
I already smelled the piss, but
Yeah.
I was like, I thought I can handle it.
Yeah.
But the deeper we would go into this old restaurant, now hoarder den / rescue slave factory, it would just get, the air would get thicker. It would get like moister, you know, like you'd start sweating for no reason. And it's just, the air is like, it's hot, but it comes in cold because it's all that ammonia. And you could just, it's all that thin carpet. So, you know, it's just like a sponge
Oh, dude.
that eventually gets hot enough to where you think it's dry.
Oh, that's making me real.
And the wood underneath is soaking it into its very core. Somebody that we both know might have spoken up to somebody that needed to hear about it. So I don't think that place is going to be open very long.
Dude, that's so bad, dude.
That was probably one of the grossest things I think I've seen at work so far. And I've seen some gross shit.
Yeah, you've seen some wild stuff.
To go on a quick highlight reel.
Yes.
There was the time I saw the dead rat being eaten by another rat.
Boom.
There was just recently. This guy had 2 air conditioners.
Yep.
I opened one, big fucking dead rat, full skeleton.
Boom.
Like gone, no fur, nothing.
Fossils.
No fur, nothing, bro.
Nothing.
Literally a skeleton in perfect, like it's all in shape, intact.
It's the mummy.
Like, it definitely just got electrocuted and died on its back, and it kind of looked dope. Honestly, I got pictures of it. But then I opened up the second one. All of its babies decided to die there.
Boom.
Dude, just little rib cages.
Jesus.
It was
Fucking
sad and
something
hilarious.
out of a Halloween
Look how
movie.
big this dumb
my
fucking bastard
God.
was.
Whoa.
Look at that tail's like fucking
It's
5 inches.
legitimately like a fucking. You weren't kidding, dude.
That's a big fucking dead
What the
rat.
fuck,
That is
dude?
A big dead rat.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, you're getting the call.
Oh man, he was a
fucking-
champion.
Dude, that like is literally a full, like almost like picked clean. You could damn near pick that thing up and like use that as like a little fucking like display or something.
Yeah,
you know? Like
yeah.
that's how intact it is.
Yeah, and
That's nuts.
And the other one was full of tiny little bones. It was kind of cute, actually.
I wonder if it smelled in their AC. You know,
Probably. Yeah,
Like-
yeah, that shit happens. I mean, I've seen some pretty horrifying shit because of that.
I bet.
No, okay. So then I call my boss. I tell them, you know, this isn't maybe a great idea going forward. And they tell me, like, all right, well, if you want to go home and shower first, I understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get anything on my clothes. So I just decided, it's like, well, I'm not going to do all that, but I will treat myself to some Starbucks.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little Starby.
So I go to a
caffeine and
Starbucks.
sugar?
I go to the slowest Starbucks
Oh no.
that there's ever been. I think I've ever seen. But I figured out why pretty much within the first 10 minutes because I was there for a while. I think you know
10 minutes already. Like it's pretty long in the drive-through.
Yeah, and like I think I was there for at
the one
least
that we worked at.
2 full songs
at.
before my car moved the first time. You know what I'm saying? And like enough to where I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't do this." But then people start coming in behind me.
Yeah, well, then you're trapped.
Yep.
Then you're committed.
Part of the ride.
Yep.
It's called being a society.
Yep.
So then so I'm stuck. I'm trapped in this shit, and then I'm wondering what the fuck is taking so long until maybe the 4th or 5th homeless person that they had to kick off of the fucking property.
Oh.
And it's literally just like I watched it over and fucking over again. Like just a homeless guy with like a Modelo came up, and he just stands right outside the Starbucks door.
Yeah.
And then one of them has to peek their head out and be like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here!" Like with a
Yeah.
smile on their face, and
yeah,
then
can you get
and then
leave?
he'll just walk on, and then like a minute later, just another different one. It's just same thing. Then
One
they'll
by
come
one.
sit out by the front door, and then another different Starbucks employee comes out to be like, "Hey, off, out," you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they have to take turns.
Dude, it kept happening.
That's
and
wild.
like I almost wanted to tell the girl, it's like, why don't you
Just lock the door.
either
Close it
start
house.
shooting out the fucking drive-through window,
Yeah.
or stop worrying about them being there, because this is half your manpower has been dedicated to shooing off more. I've seen more homeless people be shooed away from the front door than customers you've cleared through this fucking drive-thru since I've been here. And first of all, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that's awful. But second of all, we need something. One of you needs to be on hobo crackhead duty.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, or just close in house. Just lock the door.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's so much to deal with, and I couldn't imagine doing it.
Yeah.
Like, because you're working at like a Starbucks, right? You can always just like go across the street to a different Starbucks that doesn't have a bunch of homeless
minimum
people.
wage in the coffee shop.
Like, Google Starbucks and then near me, and there's your potential employment.
Oh, you tell me to do that. Sorry.
No. I mean, like, if you work at that Starbucks.
Yeah, there's like usually several of them in one district.
Oh, yeah.
And several districts within a region.
I mean, shit, just like, including the ones that we have at our grocery stores here, we've probably got at least 8 in our town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's, I want to say somewhere between 6 and 8 in our district, maybe more. We had a bigger district for sure, because like I think there's there was the one that I used to work at over here. You know, that one was the third or fourth, sometimes second, very broad, busiest Starbucks.
Yeah,
just because of all of the schools and then the hell of fucking rushes that came in and whatnot. You know. Like, we were fucking popping over here for sure.
Yeah, this one was like, just
barely anything.
Minutes on minutes forever. Like, one drink goes into the car, and you're like, what happened that one took so long? Because, you know, you could, like, you line yourself up with, like, 3 cars.
Yeah.
To where you could see what's coming through the window.
Yep.
Because you're waiting. Like, you're like, all right, come on. We've been here for so long. This guy must have the biggest fucking order I've ever seen. And then you see, like, a Frappuccino and, like, a fucking croissant come through the window, and you're like, No, there's something else, right? No, he's leaving. Okay, no, he's that whole fucking time took for that. All right, well, let's see what this other asshole has.
Happened.
Heaven forbid that there's 2 people in this next car, because I might actually just start killing people. I don't know. Like, I still can almost taste piss right now. Like, I need something else in my mouth.
Yeah, please now.
I feel like I could taste it. You know, it's funny because my brain, I can still smell it.
Yeah,
I know it's gone, but
it's still fresh though,
you know,
in your head.
it's like one time I inhaled mustard gas.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so kind of. So look up phosgene gas. I don't know what it is. Look up
phosgene gas.
Yeah, so PHOSGENE. So when with like old air conditioners, the refrigerant that they used to use back in like the 90s. When it reaches boiling point, like let's say some asshole like me is welding on it, it creates this phosgene gas, which is a colorless gas with a suffocating odor like musty hay.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's the same thing that mustard gas is. That killed all those people in World War I.
Extremely toxic, so... Yeah.
Severe respiratory effects, including pulmonary edema, pulmonary emphysema, and death have been reported in humans.
Death.
This was literally what the Germans were using in World War I. This was the chemical warfare that the Geneva.
Yeah.
There you go. Look up, is
shit.
phosgene the same as mustard right there? One down, yeah. Mustard gas was a vesicant that produced large blisters on any area of contact, unlike lung irritants. Okay, so no, mustard gas was slightly different because it'll also fuck your skin up more.
Yeah, oopsies.
But what about is phosgene a war gas? That was pretty cool.
Let's see. Let me go back to it. Is a war gas.
It is estimated that many as 85% of the 91,000 gas deaths of World War I were a result of phosgene or related agent. Okay, so I was working with a coworker welding on an old air conditioner. And the way that we would take out these old compressors is like you get the copper so hot that the old weld comes apart, and then you bang on it with a hammer.
Okay.
And that way you perfectly take it out of the copper, and then that way when you put it back in, it lines up right, and it's just easier. So my coworker's underneath me, and he's got his arm through a tiny hole, and he's just he's got a blowtorch he can't even see. I'm telling him where to go with this blowtorch as he's just got his arm through the hole with it. I'm up above, essentially upside down, with a hammer and a pair of pliers, telling him where to direct the flame while I'm holding the copper with a pair of pliers.
What the fuck?
And banging on this old compressor with a fucking hammer. Yeah, this is
What the fuck?
This is the weird shit I do sometimes at work. And
What the fuck?
so as he's welding, all that oil inside the compressor is boiling, and it creates that phosgene gas, which killed all those fucking people. So I get a good hit on it with the hammer, and it opens up the big copper line, and it just fills my lungs with it.
Ugh.
And I just remember, it takes the air out of you.
Oh God.
So it's like it feels like you're taking in a deep breath while at the same time blowing out a deep breath.
What the fuck?
Because your lungs feel like they're shriveling and going away.
Yeah.
But you're breathing in.
What the fuck?
And then I immediately dumped over the side of a fence and started puking.
Oh, wow.
And then I was fine. I just
Wow,
went,
what
I just
the
went about
fuck?
my day.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's one of those, like, that was probably one of the worst things or most traumatic thing I think that's ever happened to me in a physical sense.
Yeah.
And I could still remember what that felt like.
Yeah.
As much as right now I can remember what that room full of piss smelled like.
Yeah, hopefully that fades after a while for sure.
Oh my God,
You know?
dude. Ugh.
So, yeah, you're still gagging, bro.
'Cause, dude,
that
like-
was today.
That was today. That was before I got here.
It's fucking
But
bullshit, dude. I'm sorry, man.
It's just crazy because it's like room 1 was so bad, but then the second room, which had just been closed off, even less air and baking, and there's so much pee that it's not dissipating in the room, even though it's hot as fuck in there. You know how much piss it takes? You know how much water it takes to make a puddle that doesn't just immediately dry up? Think about it.
Quite a bit.
You need
bit.
quite a bit of water to create a puddle that doesn't dry up. You pour a cup of water on the ground on a hot day, that motherfucker's gone.
Yeah.
You got to pour quite a bit for it to stick around. So
Right.
that's a lot of piss. I don't know if the room just had a bowl to it, and every time the dogs would piss, it would slowly go down.
It was a lot for sure. It was quite a bit for sure.
I'm trying to think about like how long it would take to gather this much piss.
Well, how many dogs do you have?
I don't know. They're all in the back.
Could you a lot of cages?
There was a lot of cages. Dude.
Like, do you think one dog per cage or some empty or
probably fucking 50. It's probably like a Sarah McLachlan commercial. I don't know how many she had, to be honest with you. I know in that first room there was like 3, but they're kind of sizable.
yeah?
In that second room where I almost threw up, I saw 2 big ones.
Okay.
And then, but they're like makeshift. Like, they're not like professional built cages. They're like somebody made these for her.
Oh, weird.
And then there's another room which hopefully it's the one room in the house that doesn't smell like that.
I wonder if that lady's like, off a rocker in her own way.
She has to be.
You know,
She has
like,
to be.
There's definitely something going on up
Yeah,
there.
because like right by the front door, a stool, bless her heart, with just like 11 different aerosol cans.
What?
I don't know. She could have sprayed them before I walked in. That would have been fucking nice. Or maybe she should have told me to equip myself like a torch in a dungeon. Like, should have used that to light my path.
Yeah. Take this, hero. You'll need it.
Take this apple cinnamon. Keep within 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yes. I should have taken one. I should have just
Oh
started
my
using it.
God.
Because it's like, she can't be offended if I just take one and start using it. She
No.
knows what she did here.
She warned you about the lethality of the war zone.
Dude,
You were
she
going
really
into.
did. Dude. She really did. The thing about this job,
Yeah,
fuck.
dude. She sounded like a Vietnam War vet,
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
Like a
like-
war vet.
No, and I imagine, because I wonder, like, what
Think about this job.
what brings us all the way to here, that she somehow owns her own rescue, quote unquote, which is in a crackhead building that's mostly for lease in a dead part of a shitty town
Yeah.
where everybody drives 1,000 miles per hour and the homeless rule the fucking streets.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the neighbor
Mm-hmm.
to left or right.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a bunch of dogs that you've rescued. I don't know how.
Quote,
I don't know
unquote.
if you went and found them.
Yeah, somebody
or,
give them to you.
and then you clearly don't want anybody to know what's going on in here because of the thick paper you put over the window.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this shit, like just stuff, people's stuff, like just, here's a dining room's worth of shit. Here's a kitchen's worth of shit.
Mm-hmm.
In boxes, out of boxes, knocked over, not organized, almost like somebody just came in and they were like, should just like put it here, and they just started throwing it from the front door because they didn't want to come in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
to avoid
just
that
don't
nightmare.
hit the cage, and like they
Yeah.
just one dude propped the door open with a fucking brick, and the other ones were just throwing things in there.
Ugh.
And it's like what did this start with the dogs? Like
Yeah. What did you get to acquire the building and then thought I'm going to rescue animals? You know, or did you somehow start an animal cult? You know.
yeah,
Like maybe she was homeless already or something, or
well, she's got the building. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure the rent is cheap.
Yeah.
and probably also she's living there.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
no doubt in my mind,
Yeah,
she's fucking
yeah.
living there.
For sure.
Why wouldn't you?
for sure.
I mean, you got a downtown spot, but
Yeah,
I mean, it's a business, which
Yeah.
means she has a business license of some sort.
did you see it anywhere?
No,
They're supposed to post it.
There could have been anything in there, Thomas.
Yeah.
There could have been children
Yes,
in there.
that's fair.
We found 3 dogs. I forgot to talk about the third dog. The third dog, who emerged from trash, was while I was like trying to peek up to see the filter,
Yeah,
if there was one in there.
yeah.
It came up and just like banged against the one of the other cages.
Oh,
It was just big stupid came
Just
up and like as if it
wham.
was gonna jump on me and didn't realize there was 2 layers of fence between us. You know what I'm saying?
stupid.
Just boom. Like, what the fuck,
fuck?
dude? But yeah, like maybe she got kicked out of her house. Maybe it was a nice rescue at one point,
Yeah,
and then there was a bad divorce.
I would want to know what the fuck happened. Yeah.
So then
and then she went off the deep end somehow.
Yeah, and like she was wearing a lanyard with like a fucking what looked like an old sidekick on it.
Only
And
employee
she
there.
was- oh yeah, anybody else would be dead. Like trying to stand in all that for too long.
Is this a front for a place or something? Like,
That's what I'm wondering.
Did you walk into a front? You know,
No,
possibly.
fronts are nice. You ever been to fucking
No,
Cinco or
not
something?
necessarily, bro.
I'll tell you about a front. There's a nice Mexican restaurant on Center Avenue in
Yeah,
Martinez.
I'll happily support
It
them.
is delicious. And they don't charge tax.
Yo,
A burrito's $10. It's $10.
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You know what I don't know what I don't know. You know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just know that it's called La Costa and it's wonderful food.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah,
And
it's
somehow,
delicious.
How they went from a taco cart to owning like 4 restaurants in a year, who knows?
Who cares?
Who knows? You know,
Good food.
maybe some poor fellas from the wrong gang died. Maybe they just make good tacos.
Continue supplying the tacos,
Yeah.
and we have no problem.
That's
No
all I'm
questions
saying,
asked.
bro. You say $5, I give you $5, and tacos appear. Fuck me, like you're good. I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, just
We could be politicians.
don't kidnap my daughter. I
We-
don't know. Like,
No, man. You just like keep doing what you're doing, and then it's we cool.
yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
you
save
know.
that little money.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Here's little dollars.
No, I mean, okay. I imagine the rent is good. I wonder what rent is like in a building that's like in that kind of condition. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about in the cheapest part of a poor town,
Yeah.
and all of the buildings are vacant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure the landlord would be happy to make anything,
Yeah.
and just give somebody something for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just because netting $300 from this crazy bitch is better than netting 0.
Right.
I
right.
guess.
And hopefully, like that person, like just owns that land outright, or that at least the real estate outright.
Well, they're
you know?
fucked because once that lady gets taken the fuck out of there, there's not going to be easy to fix that place.
No, it's gonna be
You
a
know,
full gut.
we
Send
talked
in a
about-
crew with fucking jumpsuits and everything.
Oh yeah, we talked about Sam the Catman from my neighborhood growing up. They had to demolish his house,
Yeah, dude.
and they had to remove, I think it was like 6 inches of land from
Yikes.
the backyard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was all kitty
It's
litter and dead
see-through
cats.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's because
Fuck.
the whole backyard
was kitty
was
litter.
kitty litter.
Yeah, yeah.
And he would buy like shit tons of it and then build a square, like the area square, like maybe a 1/4 inch up. And then the cats would shit all over it and fight to the death. And then he would just pour more. And he just did that for the whole
Yeah.
years he lived there.
Yeah.
Uh,
And just buried the fucking
lasagna.
cats and shit in there. Oh,
It was
don't say
lasagna.
that. Don't say that.
and
No.
even then, Sam was a nice man.
Oh my god.
I still don't think he was ever trying to fuck us, but like of all the pedophile shit that happened to us growing
Whoa.
up, he definitely had us all.
He
could've
rolled
fucked
around
all
with a
of us.
cart with candy, right?
All the time.
And he just gave it out to kids.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah. He's
Yes.
a pedophile. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's a pedophile.
he would literally like.
He may not have touched you,
They were
but
nice candies.
He thought fucked you for
They
sure.
were nice candies.
He thought fucked you, sure.
Oh, he could have fucking done that all he wanted.
In his mind,
honestly,
he ruined your butt, dude.
Honestly, it sounds like we both benefited. If you got to come and I got some chocolate covered cherries, and you know, like,
chocolate covered cherries.
That's fine. That's cool. Dude,
a fair trade.
That's the name of the episode, A Fair Trade. That's a good one. Trading my little boy butt for nice high-end chocolates.
This is some chocolate cherries.
Yeah, dude. He used to. I remember we had this buddy growing up who moved into his neighbor's house.
Yeah.
So his neighbor was Sam the Catman, and we used to spend the night and we'd sleep on his trampoline in the backyard and listen to the fights.
Yeah, because it was
all
like
night,
gladiator arena back there.
So
I'm sure.
cool.
This is like Rome back in there.
For 11-year-old boys, it was the tits. That was pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, gets popcorn, watching the fights and
dude.
shit. You know,
trying not to fucking give little boners.
Yeah.
But
there's a whole bunch of them, I'm sure, encircling them, like watching the fight.
But he would come over all the time with just like, you know, like a fucking Safeway basket full of just random goodies and just give them to our buddy's dad and for the family.
What the fuck?
Like that's the thing. It's like he might have been trying to like, you know, he might have been jerking off to my boy butt just thinking about it, but he definitely was like a very kind man, you know.
Yeah, do you wonder why?
I don't think he ever got anybody, you know.
Is that kind or is that,
well,
you know?
Here's the thing. If you're a pedophile, but you don't act on it, that's the best you can do as a pedophile.
I mean, yeah.
If you're a pedophile and you're jerking off to boy butt, look, I get it. That's not cool, but that's better than him grabbing boy butt and like in life and fucking ramming that shit sideways, slapping it and stuff. Fucking taking pictures and selfies with it.
I really hope whoever's listening to this in the car now, it's been turned the fuck up the entire time. I hope your windows are rolled down.
I hope you made fucking eye contact with an old lady.
I heard somebody heard you and looked your way and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. God, dude, somebody better be dead. So many people tried to call me this episode.
Butt, dude.
Dude, but
oh, no, damn, hella people. You popular, bro.
But like sometimes, like you know, it's just like
boy
neighborly,
butt.
I guess. You know,
neighborly boy butt.
Neighborly boy, the neighbor boy's butt. Damn, that's true. Because there was a neighbor boy that was our friend.
Yo,
and he was like a year younger. So that's 10-year-old butt. That's fresher.
I'm telling you.
That's fresher and somehow grosser.
He was looking at you like a piece of meat, bro.
And feeding us. He liked us fat.
Yeah. He wanted them plump.
Damn,
dude.
we really were just 3 fat kids falling for pedophile shit.
Uh-huh.
Dude, there was a couple adult friends that I had like that were kind of strange. You know?
Yeah. It's it was some more common than you think for a lot of people, for sure. Just like creepy older fucking people.
Well, it's never like that's like never the thing in the movie, right? It's just like the dude who's maybe in his late 30s and he's still single.
Yeah.
And like he's a cool guy, just maybe never fucking found somebody or he didn't, and now that's over. But whatever it is like he's at a stage of his life where he's mostly just kind of chilling and he plays video games. And then there's 2 neighborhood kids that are charismatic enough, I guess. And you need more than one to play Diablo. So you make friends with children.
Yeah.
Like there's this one guy, I don't even know his fucking name. All I know is that he lived in my neighborhood, and me and this kid Michael would go over and we would just go to his house and just play fucking, I'm assuming, Diablo with him. It was a top down. It was a top down, just kill everything, work as a team kind of game.
Slash and everything. Yeah.
This is like also like late 90s.
Yeah.
you know?
Maybe it was the first Diablo. That'd be sick.
Yeah, but he, you know, like I don't think he ever tried to fuck us. He might have tried to fuck my friend, and then maybe like I was like a +1. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can touch my butt, but like I get to bring.
You
get to bring my
can
friend
watch,
over.
but that's it.
Yeah, but
oh, it's poor. You poor children.
He would just let us come over and play video games, and like honestly, I don't think he ever tried to fuck any of us. So like that I think that's not.
You don't think
awful,
but you also don't remember a moment in your life. You know.
Oh,
when
when I got molested.
Wait,
probably
by fucking Sam, dude.
Maybe by Sam.
I bet you he took you back into the fucking little kitty, kitty land.
No, you remember that kind of trauma. No way.
Dragged you back to the kitty
litter behind my ear and shit. When I Is that cat litter in your hair?
That's like a horror movie where like it just turns into a horror movie instead, and you start getting dragged into like little kitty litter, like
cat litter.
A fucking Nightmare on Elm Street style.
Like he tried to light him on
shit.
fire, but he fucking jumped into the cat litter pile to pull himself out. And you thought he died.
Yeah, and
But he
he's
just kinda-
fused with it basically.
Yeah,
you
now
know,
he's one with the kitty litter.
yeah, and pulling your ass down into the fucking.
Man. And you're looking at that last fucking chocolate covered cherry. I don't know if it was worth it.
Cherries.
I don't know if it was fucking worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, I hope that lady dies and fuck that Starbucks.
Yeah.
I don't
Sam
know,
probably
like-
touched you. Sorry, buddy.
I probably got touched by Sam or that guy Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, he was another one of those old guys in the neighborhood.
That's such a simple name.
Hey, Sam and Jim were friends. I think that's
Sam and Jim.
Jim would go over to Sam's house and he'd fucking they would just get drunk together. Yeah,
and then talk about kitty touching.
You goddamn right.
Maybe they're plotting together.
Actually, that would make sense if they were just like talking about the neighborhood boys, like fucking trading cards.
They like made their own little cutouts and shit. I almost choked on my own fucking acid flux. I think that's the world telling me to stop talking about this shit.
Oh yeah, no more of that shit. So, all right, so Bubbles, I got some stuff to talk about.
Oh boy,
I think he has fleas.
Fleas?
Yeah. I gotta go
fleas.
check him for fleas.
What the fuck?
Dude, this motherfucker,
Like a dog?
Dude, all right,
Like an animal.
So this is like a peek into like what it's like to living with an autistic person, for sure.
Well, maybe like
I think this
Bubbles more like.
Yeah, true. But have you ever wondered what it's like having a roommate that actually has mental issues?
Right.
This
Is not
conversation
functioning at all.
This conversation is like the perfect look into that. It's great insight.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in the garage together, and he's playing video games. I'm just getting high, and he goes, "I think Tom's got fleas."
What?
And I was like, "What?" And now Tom is one of the only other retards that he went to school with. Remember?
Yeah.
For those of you who have listened to the show in the past, Bubbles went to school. There was 3 seniors in his class. It was a Vietnamese church, then it was a school for retarded people, and then it was a Korean church.
Yes.
It did not hold ground for long.
No.
There was 3 of
The
them.
management got changed quite a bit.
Yeah, 3 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores, 5 freshmen. Now, out of the 3 seniors, Bubbles, one of the other ones is Tom, and he just happens to live around the corner. So he's been going over to his house and having the Thunderdome with him.
The Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome. And, watching porn, hella
Where they
loud and
thrive
stuff.
together.
Yeah, just running into the walls full speed and seeing who can make a bigger dent. Like punching the side of the fridge to see who can break their knuckle
break
first.
their hand, yeah.
just chewing on anything that's within mouth range.
They can't chew, though.
No, Bubbles, he's got fake teeth.
He can gum.
He can gum pretty fucking crazy, bro. I'm pretty sure I can punch Bubbles in the mouth and not cut my hand.
Yeah.
There's no teeth. My hand will just go straight through the gap.
Oh, man, that's yikes.
Yeah, so
Yikes.
So we're hanging out and he just goes, "Tom's got fleas." And I was like, what do you mean Tom has fleas? And he goes, "He's got fleas. I was there the other day." And I was like, "Weren't you there just like yesterday?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "And you don't think it's a bad idea to go hang out
The guy who has fleas.
with the guy who you know has fleas?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I found a flea here the other day." I was like, "We have fleas? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean we have fleas?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I found one when I woke up." And I was like, "Wait a minute. So you know Tom has fleas, and you go to Tom's house every day, and now we have fleas. Do you think maybe you brought the fleas home?" "What do you mean?" Oh my god. What do I mean?
Yeah.
Bubbles, you brought fleas into the house. I don't know. No, yes, you brought fleas. I could have. No, it could have. We could. We already had fleas. Like, well, then you brought Tom fleas. No, he's got fleas. And it's just like, dude, what are we?
We're talking in circles.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here? Do you have fleas or not, motherfucker? And if you do have fleas,
Nobody saw them.
go the fuck outside.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking.
We're gonna fucking spray your ass down.
I told him, I swear to God, Bubbles, if I wake up and I find a single flea in my room, I will punch you in the asshole so hard that it'll come out of your fucking nostrils. I swear to you, my fist will enter your asshole through just sheer force.
Sheer velocity.
And you're gonna see my fingernails coming out of your nose. All right, I'm
gonna travel through your whole fucking body.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking pinch your stupid small intestine on the way in.
I'm gonna wear you like a fucking puppet.
Flick your kidneys. This fucking bitch. But so now him and the other one with the fleas, tomorrow morning they're leaving for Reno.
Oh,
Dude.
with fleas?
With fleas. Yeah, they're bringing fleas onto a train, by the way. Nobody seems to give a fuck about that. They're just going to be...
Gonna go fuck.
Isn't that illegal?
I don't know if that's illegal, but
It should be.
definitely fucked up.
It should be illegal
It should
to
be
go onto
death
to
penalty
have
for sure.
active fleas
Yeah,
in your luggage and shit while you're on the... Because you can't travel across straight lines with, like, vegetables and animals. What
Yeah.
about insects?
Right?
Do we
right.
just take insects off of that because we can't necessarily always see them?
Probably?
Because what if, like, a lizard got into your shit?
I don't know.
They get into everything, you know? They're fast.
Shit happens.
Some of them do push-ups. You ever seen that? They're
Yeah,
adorable.
yes.
They're fucking adorable.
Isn't that like the heat thing?
Yeah,
Or no,
it's mating.
they're attracting a mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They start doing thousands of push-ups like a fucking G-Lord.
Yeah, just like, oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a Chad.
No,
I'm a
but
Chad.
so Hot August Nights is coming to Reno, which
What is what hot August nights?
Hot August Nights. You never heard of
Fuck
Hot
is
August
that?
Nights?
No.
It's one of the bigger car festivals.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Like as
Dope.
far as like the big ones to go to, that would be on like the top of the list for most people, I think.
Right.
I forgot. There's like one or two other, like maybe going to the Gumball Rally would probably be on somebody's bucket list.
Gumball Rally.
The Gumball Rally is, I think, you travel across all of Europe
Oh.
and you do it in weird cars.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a giant
like a
marathon.
variety of stuff.
Yeah, people will decorate their cars. They'll like add paper mache to it, make a dragon out
Sick.
of it, and
Sick.
it's like thousands of miles, I think, across Europe. But you're with like thousands of drivers.
Yeah. It's like a big old fucking biker gang, but with cars.
Exactly.
Mad
and it's all
Max in it.
creative and silly, like
Yeah.
soapbox cars.
That's cool. They can. They have to last too. They can't just like drive a couple miles. They have to last a couple thousand. Sounds like so. They're like actually functioning vehicles, which is cool too.
Well, that and like speaking of Mad Max, another one is people who rat rod their cars and they go to SoCal.
Is that what rat rotting is? Making a little call Mad Maxy.
Yeah, like rusting it and like putting like
Massive like
stinger
L-shaped.
exhausts.
Yeah, massive like fucking yeah.
I knew these guys that used to do that every year, and the guy had like one of them had like a Scion XB, but like they took like a car tire, and then they dipped it in red paint, and then they would just like roll it across the car. You know what I'm saying? And like do all sorts of that shit, and like throw it at the car. And there are certain parts where they stripped all the paint and rusted the fuck out of it, and like patinaed it. And his shifter was like fucking this long ass stick with a grenade on it.
Sick.
And he had an old school ambulance light on top and
Sick.
shit. Like,
Hell yeah.
it honestly, it
Hell
looked
yeah.
really fucking cool. And like
Hell
the
yeah.
other guy had just some other car because it wasn't as dope as that one.
Sure.
But they said they would go out to this festival for like a few days, and like all these people with cars like that would get together and they'd like rebuild the town and shit like that. And I don't know, I guess drive around and really fast. And
That's
try
dope.
to rape each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Wasn't that what they were doing?
I
Like
guess
fucking each
they
other
kill
for
each
oil?
other
Yeah.
for shit. Yeah.
But yeah, then Hot August
Resources.
Nights. So Hot August Nights is like that's more of like a everybody's parking kind of thing. And you go and you look at assholes' cars.
Oh, cool. Like vendors almost and shit too.
Vendors and just collectors,
Yeah.
people, because in the car community, it's like you could buy, like let's say you had like $100,000 and you were just like, I'm gonna buy this 1971 fucking Camaro in perfect condition that has like some special paperwork that makes it like 1 in 100, and just
Oh.
because you own that,
Right.
you can go to these festivals and have a spot in the showroom.
Okay.
So it's really anybody can be there in any kind of car. It's just you're not going to see shitty cars. That's really all it is.
Right.
But like, so it's like any Japanese, German, European, American, any
That's
generation, any rarity.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's almost never the same, except for the people who are going every year.
Right.
Because like we've had friends like in high school that were like that. One guy we knew, Steven, that's like his whole thing. He's won a ton of like awards for the kind of cars he's had and shit like
Dope.
that.
That's sick.
Which is also strange. Like,
What do you
here's a trophy. You got first place. What did you do? I had a car.
You had a cool car.
I had a cool car.
You had a cool car.
I had a pretty cool car.
That's
and
status,
that warranted That warranted first place trophy.
Yeah.
I was like, this car's pretty cool.
Yeah, I spent the time to get the
It's
car
true.
that was the best
That is true.
and submitted amongst all these other cars.
Hey, some people are like,
I got the car.
it's like a whole to do, If you want something rare, imagine like somebody had, we'll still use a car as an example, I guess. But let's say there was a car and there was only ever like 50 of them ever made. And it's by like Porsche. And it just happens that one of them was driven by like James Bond in a movie and the other one was driven by like a fucking ex-pope. You know what I'm saying? So like it's got crazy like history to it. And there's only ever been 50 ever made, and that was like 80 years ago.
Yeah.
So most of them are probably either been totaled in junkyards or look like shit and they're missing tires in somebody's yard.
Yeah.
So really there's like 4 that are still maybe in good
Functioning,
condition.
yeah.
And then there's 1 that's in perfect condition.
Yeah.
That somebody bought, knew it was going to be rare, and then put it in a crate.
Right.
And then just literally would only take it to showroom on a trailer.
Right.
And unload it there and put it in neutral and push it into the fucking spot.
Yeah.
Like engine almost never turns on.
Right.
Imagine trying to get that from somebody.
Never.
Yeah,
No
right?
shot,
You
no
gotta
shot.
you'd have to like probably buy some crazy car, trade that for some rarer car.
Right.
Trade that with some money for an even rarer thing.
Yeah.
To the point where you could find something that's worth that level of car.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, that's the asshole who has it, and luckily he goes to showrooms and you get to see it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I'm not into cars like that, but
Yeah,
I
me
will
either.
say, when you're there, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see all the different, like, styles of engineering and art,
Yeah,
pretty
and
much.
I'm such a fucking simp. Like, I like the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Like when somebody paints like the inside where the engine is and all that, like the same color as the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always just like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, I'll walk up to like some really nice Corvette, and it'll be like white and red, and then there'll be like a white red pinstripe decal in the engine bay all over certain parts, and everything is
Oh, sick.
nicely labeled, painted, and shit like that, and designed. And I don't know, and like I'll
Feels
be like,
slick.
"This is fucking cool," and the guy, the cocksucker who owns it, would come up and be like, "Yeah, it's got like a 454 LS7 in it, and that was the year that the transmissions came with it." And I'm just looking at him like, "Well, shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm just oogling,
Dude,
bro.
it's the paint. You could
Yeah.
have a lawnmower engine in there. I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, exactly.
What is an
It's
LS7?
like, no idea, bro.
How many LSs were there?
Somebody's freaking out on the other side.
Why
of
was
this fucking
7
show
so
right now.
important?
It's like,
You know?
it's just it adds to performance.
Oh, yeah, that was the best year that they made. It was a limited edition. They had the least problems.
It's valued at the highest
Yeah.
market possible.
Yeah. And then, Bubbles, like, one of the only things he does pay attention to is cars.
Yeah.
So the other retarded one bought them both tickets for it.
Oh,
And
okay.
train tickets for it.
Okay.
Because
So
this
Tom
one,
and Bubbles are both going to fucking
because
nice.
Tom, I make fun of Tom quite a bit, but he's kind of like Bob the Butler. He's had like every job there's ever been because he always just gets fired or quits within the
Yeah,
first month or two.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's epileptic. That's a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I was like, we aren't talking about a mental challenge person
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But he'll go like work at the movies and then seize out in the middle of one of the fucking
Oh,
popcorn
no!
pickups. It's like then he gets fired. And
Oh,
then
what?
he goes and works at like an old folks home, and I don't know what happens there. But then he would last like 2
Yikes,
months.
dude.
I tried to help him build a resume once, and I had to be like, just give me the last 5 jobs.
Yeah.
Don't tell me everything since high school because I
Yeah.
don't. We don't have the time. Nobody's gonna read that. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. Just
Yeah.
start naming shit, and I'll put what I think is necessary. on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I got him a job like
Most
within
for
like,
relevant for sure.
I got him a job within the first week
Nice.
when I built his
Yeah.
resume.
Good resume. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so Tom, I don't know. I guess he saved up enough and he bought them tickets to go. And his parents live in Reno.
Okay.
So luckily, that sounds pretty safe for the
Yeah.
two of them to be traveling together.
Sure.
Because like I feel like Tom and Bubbles traveling together is like the opening of Giant Silent Bob, where she's like, "Who's watching those babies?" And she's like, "I don't know. The fat one's watching the little one."
Yeah.
When you look at the two, you're like, "Who's in charge?" I guess Tom, because he had
Yeah.
the money.
I
'Cause
guess
he paid for it. I don't know that one's more responsible
Bubbles
than the other.
Bubbles isn't the type to fucking be declaring what they should be doing though and driving.
No, but I think
and-
Tom is like weirdly protective over Bubbles, and when you're stupid like that, I feel like he's you're bound to make some hilarious mistakes that you cannot back up.
That's true.
You fucking with my boy, and then he gets the shit kicked out of him.
No.
In the middle of the fucking Reno.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I was thinking about putting out a bet with his mom to see like if they take the correct train there and the correct train back.
They have no supervision, so they could go to fucking Oregon for all they know.
Come back on the wrong day and fucking land up in Arizona.
Oh, they take an Amtrak?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What if they end up going up to Oregon?
Dude, you could fuck up on Amtrak.
Yeah.
One time I had to go from Truckee on a bus to Sacramento to get on the train on Amtrak to take it back to Martinez.
Yeah.
Which was the longest day of travel in my life. Longest day of travel in my fucking life, dude. All right, South Lake Tahoe to Truckee, hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's pretty far.
Around the lake.
Yeah.
To get a bus to Sacramento, hour and a half, 2 hours. Because it's a fucking Greyhound bus.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get on a train to Martinez, to get a ride to Bay Point, to get David's truck to come home to Concord. It took us like the whole day.
Why were you in South Lake?
Yeah.
Just like he's partying or what?
Yeah, okay, this was bullshit. This is back when I was like a little cuck and I was still working at Gagurgenspiegels. So I was 21. This story. Shout out to, we're going to call him Larry for this story.
Oh, Larry.
Shout out to Larry, brother. This was almost 10 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say his name anyway.
Yeah.
So we're celebrating Larry's 21st birthday as well as some hot chick that was like his best friend growing up, and it's her 21st birthday.
Word.
So there's like the boys
Word.
for Larry, and then there's all these chicks for the hot chicks. So it's like, it's a pretty stacked party. You know, we've got a cabin up in Tahoe, and everybody's getting fucked up, and
Word.
like, I started making Irish car bombs, and then sneaking 151 into them. And we got Larry so fucked up. But so the next day, I was still working at Gagurgenspiegels. That weekend, we got there Friday. Sunday was the Super Bowl, which is the biggest day in pizza. And my boss didn't give me Sunday off, knowing I was going to be in Tahoe on Saturday.
Yeah.
And pretty much gave me the or you're fired.
Fuck it.
So
what
on
the fuck?
so on Saturday I had to take like a 9 to 10 hour fucking journey for a 2.5 hour car ride.
That's
Just to get back on time.
that's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's fuck that person.
And this was the worst
Fuck
part
your
too.
manager.
So the people at the party, they were all supposed to be coming home Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be fine. Like I
Right.
was gonna get the closing shift.
Right.
Start at like 5 p.m. Perfect. Right? Or 3 because of the Super Bowl or something like that. That's a little earlier than normal, I know. But that's all I remember from that. But the people who owned the cabin ended up offering them an extra night for free because they knew they weren't going to get another renter on Super Bowl day.
Yeah.
So where
They all
everybody stayed. There was
Yeah.
no ride home for
fuck.
no ride home for
dude.
me.
Fuck, bro. Yeah, the dominoes just fucking collapsed on you for sure.
Yeah. Shout out
sucks.
to Big David though, because he just was like, well, if we gotta go, we gotta go, and he stuck with me the whole fucking
Oh, good.
journey.
Good. See, Davey's the
Yeah.
man, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Davey.
But that being said, though, the amount of different things we had to do to get there, Bubbles and Tom on the train.
Trying to fucking yeah.
I'm so
You
excited.
should try and fill their mind
I
with
hope
false
there's-
fucking information.
I hope there's like 4 or 5 different transfers. I hope they have to keep getting off and getting on. And
Yes.
It's at different
Yes.
times. And
Yep.
dude, because like
And then they got to double check to make sure the numbers are accurate because they're so similar to each other.
nobody
you
seems
know?
to care that day, so nobody's checking
Yep.
tickets. They're just getting
Yep.
on trains because they see they're holding a ticket physically, and there's like, that's enough. Get on the train.
Dude, Amtrak people like in the fucking like little like station, itself, like are not helpful at all.
No.
They have to deal with so much bullshit that they
Yeah.
just are standoffish to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody.
That also, I've noticed that Planes isn't any better anymore. Like I've been looking at Planes lately, like quite a bit to try to go back to my homeland.
Your
And,
homeland.
It is fucking crazy expensive.
Yep.
And there's no such thing as like a nonstop flight anymore.
Nope.
I'm like 5 months
so
in
many
advance,
layovers, yeah.
and there's still no nonstops. There was flights. Okay, we're talking about California to New Mexico. It's a 2.5 hour flight, almost 3, depending on turbulence. And we're looking at flights. There were some that said arrive next day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it'd be like, you got to fly to like Seattle first, the wrong direction, and then wait 11 hours
because there's no flights going that direction right now.
Yeah, dude. Like I got only one nonstop flight in this journey that I'm taking, and it's at like 5 a.m.
Oh, you got a red eye.
Yeah, I like red eye.
You know, as I say, at the same time, flying red eye is nicer. There's just not as much people.
I think
usually cheaper rate.
I think what matters is, are you going into the airport still awake or just woke up? You know what I'm saying? If you're walking into the airport at let's say 4:30 in the morning, are you up from the night before and you're like tired as fuck walking into the airport, or did you get up at like 3 and made your way to the airport?
Probably the latter.
Yeah, because for me it's always the latter. So
Yeah.
like I wake up and I'm like, this is great. There's nobody fucking here. Like
you're just vibing.
I'm not really worried about making it through TSA whatsoever. A lot of shit's not even really open yet. Like honestly, I can't even go to Subway. It's not open.
Right.
But like I'm gonna be. My whole thing about like traveling is like I'd rather be in that city as early as fucking possible. I don't want to get there late. What
Before
the fuck
it wakes
is that?
up almost, you know.
Yeah. Like we're gonna be landing there like fucking when we come back. I mean, we're getting here at like 7 a.m.
Oh yeah.
We'll be here at 7 a.m.
Right.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. You
That's a
just get
whole
home,
ass day ahead of you.
Not as much. Yeah. You don't have like.
You can get
You
a
don't,
nap.
you don't feel like you lost like a whole day to yourself, or otherwise would have been a productive day.
Because sometimes travel just it does feel like it's your whole day, even if it's something short. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go back to New Mexico.
Hell yeah!
And I'm gonna drive thousands of miles.
Yeah,
because
you're
that's
on
how
a
it
10-day
works.
vacation, right?
Yeah. The thing is like so everything is like so far apart out there that like it's like the nearest town will be 70 miles. Or the thing you're trying to get to is like 200.
Yeah.
And it's like, but the speed limit's higher. It's flat. There's pretty much no police. So you get there, it's when you get there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 140 miles.
You better hope you're on the right way too.
Oh, yeah, right. But like 140 miles, realistically, I could do that like hour 45.
Okay.
Yeah, less than 2 hours. The speed limit, I think, is 75.
Not too bad.
Which means if you're coasting at like 84, nobody's going to bother you.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in as long as you don't have California plates.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's kind of cool. I got to watch it because last time I was there, I was driving my mom's car around. So it's got the New Mexico plates, and like they use the highway correctly. So it's 2 lanes, a slow lane and a passing lane.
Yes.
And you get in the passing lane and you pass,
Right.
and then you get the fuck back into the other lane.
Yeah, usually the right side, right?
Yeah. So you're constantly just moving as fast as you want on the outside lane, only getting into the inside lane because the guy in front of you isn't going as fast as you want.
Right.
And it's like not even disrespect. As long as you don't cut them off violently, it's like it's not like people are getting mad that you're going around them. We're here.
Right.
People floor it and try to make sure that you go into oncoming before you can get ahead of them.
Yeah.
People will kill people out here
Yeah.
to not be behind another vehicle.
They'll like I go out of their way to bob and weave and shit.
Oh,
to
yeah.
get barely ahead.
Oh yeah, forcing people off or onto exits
Yep.
to where they can't.
There was
fucking
a
get out.
dude that I was commuting back from work. I don't know if it was last week or this week. I can't remember. But regardless, he was in a tricycle. You know,
Sick.
and lane splitting on a tricycle.
That's not okay.
Yeah, right, dude. He didn't take up the space of a fucking bike, right? Like to the point where other cars literally had to move like out of the way of him, you know, and people were getting hella mad.
Dude,
This dude just did not give a fuck.
I
Bro.
considered hitting a bicyclist the other day.
Wow.
I got pretty close.
Yeah?
I got really close.
Yeah.
So I'm going to this job site. I'm at work. Sorry, boss. I'm on my way. Going my way to this job site.
Yeah.
And it's Gagurgan Spoils Pizza for you. 707. You make up your own numbers. Thickness. Promo code thickness.
Okay.
So there's like a Camry in front of me, and then a dude who was in the bike lane, but then the street got wider to make some turn lanes. So he went from being on the shoulder to now kind of in the middle. The Camry freaks out, slams on its brakes right in front of me. This is a couple days ago. I slam on my brakes. Pedal goes to the floor. No brakes.
No,
Dude,
no.
no brakes, dude.
Oh, no.
So I've been through this before, luckily. So I start pumping the shit out of the brake puddle,
Yeah.
trying to create pressure, and then I finally catch it, tires lock up, skid hella hard, almost hit the Camry. And now I know that my brakes have failed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm still kind of in the middle of traffic here.
Right.
And luckily, for a crazy reason, I had 2 coworkers behind me that were just happening to be working in the same area, and we all left the shop together, so they were all still together.
Right.
So I called them, and I said, I'm going to follow them to where they're going, because it's closer, to see what's going on with the thing. So now I make the turn, and I know I don't have brakes, so I'm trying to give people a little bit of extra space. I'm trying to be, like, ready for anything, and these fucking bicyclists are not in the lane. They're in the street next to the fucking lane.
Oh.
And it's causing everybody to do that thing where they brake a little too hard, and then they try to go into the other lane, but somebody's coming up that lane already at 130 miles an hour because they're not impeded by the bicyclists. So everybody's like, dipping their toe in the water, afraid to get wet with the fucking car. So it's fucking things up, and my brakes are failing, so it's terrifying because people are randomly brake checking me now, and I know I can't do anything about it. So now I'm getting so frustrated that by the time it was my turn to get up on that bicyclist, I shared no lane. I shared no lane. I'm surprised he didn't scrape his fucking knuckles on the side mirror.
You really?
I got up on him. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was willing to kill him over me at this point. I was like, honestly, you're causing me
high alert right now.
Yeah, it's like you're the reason for my anxiety right now. I'm willing to kill you. I'm willing to kill you, and I'll be peaceful in jail.
Fucking end it.
I'll be very peaceful in jail. I'll read a lot. I'll shit my pants every day. Somebody tries to fuck me.
I'll get fed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shitting my pants and doing push-ups.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully nobody wants to fuck me.
Just pretend you're psychotic,
get
bro.
really into Jesus.
Just pretend you're really, you're a Bible thumper that's insane.
Yeah, if you try to fight me, I bite my tongue and start spitting blood on you.
Yeah.
You know
and it's like reciting fucking scripture and shit,
sick.
Yeah,
dude. So,
the Lord will save you. Bam! Just fucking preach, just fucking.
Man, I got fucking lucky too, because I ended up following my coworkers getting there. And I'm like, maybe I could drive it to a shop, right? And then I look at the back of it, and all of the brake fluid is dumping out all over the street and on my tire.
Oh no!
And I'm like, nah, I don't think. That's a tow truck sitch.
Yeah,
that's the tow sitch right there,
dude.
Yeah. So I had to fucking.
Did you have pizza with you?
What?
Did you have pizza with you?
No, I don't do pizza anymore.
Oh, I thought you said this was during Gorgonspoigels. Okay, this was during. Okay, yeah.
No, this was like Friday.
Current, yeah. Oh,
yeah, this is like just a few days ago.
When you said Gorgonspoigels earlier, I thought you were saying that this was during your pizza delivery days.
Oh,
but no.
So
this is a van. Then.
I was calling my current.
This
company
is a van.
This is a van full of tools and equipment and shit.
Yeah, even worse.
It's heavily overloaded with things. It doesn't break well when the brakes are new.
This is not good. That's bad.
I would have destroyed that camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would have hit it so hard.
Yeah.
I would have had to call my boss and be like, look, all right, I got bad news and worse news. What do you want? Bad news, well, the brakes have failed. They've gone out. Oh, worse news. We're going to be paying for some hospital bills.
Yeah. We might be getting sued, maybe.
Look, I can't see my leg. They put a blanket over it. They said it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And
my God.
I haven't seen anybody get out of that upside down car yet.
Dude, can you imagine the shock value of somebody waking up to their limbs being missing, but they can't feel it, but they can't move, and they're covered up, It's like I can't feel my legs, but I can't see them right now.
That's fucking terrifying.
Can you imagine that reveal?
That's fucking terrifying.
Of just you lost your leg, buddy.
Dude, when I had surgery on my arm, when I had surgery on my wrist when they put a pin in it and stuff, I remember getting wheeled into the OR and getting up on the table. I sat myself up on the table. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out before they started working.
Yeah, right.
And then the guy giving me the mask and telling me to count down. I have no fucking recollection of how far I counted down.
Yeah.
I know I tried it because I'd seen it in movies and I thought maybe.
Yeah, you get down to 1.
Yeah, and then what happens if I do? But then I remember counting down and then waking up in a different room that I didn't recognize at all.
Yeah.
Parents aren't there.
Yeah.
Nurses and doctors aren't there.
Yeah.
I can't feel my arm, and I just remember going in there, and that's my last memory.
That's scary.
And I started panicking.
Yeah.
And somehow, with my tongue, ladies, I I was able to take my mask off my face
Oh.
that they're putting the oxygen into.
Oh.
Like I was able to like lick my mask off so I could start like screaming and panicking for help. Yeah, and then in came the
Calm
nurses.
the fuck down.
In came the nurses, each with their own needle of fucking whatever, and they just,
Oh my
they
god.
just kill it.
Resident Evil, like, oh,
Oh, it's better than the next one. Not enough. Mommy, that's better.
they needled you up?
Dude, they fucking. I remember that, and then my dad helping me out of the car and asking if I wanted applesauce at the house.
Oh my god.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's like Resident Evil shit for sure, bro.
I don't remember my parents discovering me. I don't remember whether. I'm assuming I left in a wheelchair.
Yes.
But I don't remember getting
Yes.
into the car whatsoever.
Yes.
I just remember getting out of it in my own front yard at like 11 o'clock at night. My dad's like, "Do you want applesauce?"
You sound like a protagonist, like reciting memories of when you
Dude,
survived
it's
Resident
crazy.
Evil.
Like-
You don't remember any of the bullshit, all of the
No.
monsters that you
Yeah,
fought.
yeah, exactly.
You just remember when what actually happened because you survived.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, I mean, it gives you faith. Like when you are dying, go to the hospital. 'Cause
Yeah.
You will die peacefully.
Yeah, it'll just be gone.
It'll be gone, brother.
Yeah,
All of it
you'll
will
just-
be gone.
You'll just
It'll
go,
be beautiful.
Go
You'll
back to non-existence,
You'll
dude.
just have one last stupid thought, and then
Yeah.
that'll be it.
Yeah,
It'll just shut off in a
Like a
beautiful,
computer.
blind happiness.
Yeah, like yeah.
You'll be
There's
alive 11 seconds longer than your last memory.
I remember somebody trying to explain death for like kids and stuff, you know, and like
Oh.
explaining it in a terrible way where he was all like, "Yeah, so you know when you were before you were born," and they're like, "No," it's like, "Yeah, it's like that. You just don't remember." When you're dead, you know, and it's
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
It's not bad.
like, what is it? Is it bad or is it like, because you were never born yet, so you never knew what life was, but now you know what life is,
Well,
and then
it depends on how old the kids are.
like toddlers.
Oh, well, then they're not.
you
You
know.
know, they're not going to retain any of that.
Of course.
I think for like
But-
a 10-year-old, when they finally have a grasp on what death kind of is,
Yeah.
that's a shitty way to start off a child's reality.
Yeah, for real.
You know, for a little kid that doesn't understand, that's one thing. But like I read in that weird book, Denial of Death, like you know, like a 4-year-old will just smash a fucking butterfly, won't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they'll kill a bird or something, and like there's no connection. It's just that life, death. There's no real considerate thought of what it even means.
Right.
And then around the time you turn 9, by then, most people have had something in their life that they love to die. A grandparent, a pet, a friend, a family friend, an uncle. So that's when humans start to realize what death really is the first time. So yeah, if you were like talking to a bunch of 10-year-olds, you're like, yeah, no, it's blank. There's no reason you're doing any of this. Like, what are you trying to go to heaven? It's not there, buddy. Like,
It's just
sorry,
nothing. Nothing.
it's literally nothing. This is dumb. You're dumb. Fuck 4th grade. I'm out.
Peace.
Like,
Mic
wow,
drop.
we're not doing parent teacher anymore.
Yeah,
No
we
more.
can't do this no
Billy,
more.
your dad's not coming for show and tell next week.
Yeah.
send
He's
your
too much of
mom.
an influence on everyone else.
Yeah, dude, he's just a fucking bummer.
It's a real drag to be around.
I did kind of think of that. I thought the same, but like not the born part, but like you know, like when you actually fall asleep, and there's that moment that's lost between you laying in bed at night and you waking up in that morning.
Yeah, you like just the lull between actually falling asleep
Yeah,
and waking up
there's
is not there.
Yeah, unless you had a dream, that time is unaccounted for and gone entirely, and you have no conscious. Not even if you tried, no amount of drugs or meditation or anything in this world will let you consciously be in that moment.
Right.
So death is probably just that.
Yeah.
You know, I would imagine. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be like probably
Sleep.
the same.
Pretty much. You
Yeah,
know.
I thought I was
Sleep's
gonna
pretty nice.
bring it upon those motherfuckers
Yeah.
when my brakes failed.
There's lots of people who make, you know, like religion, obviously, you know, the whole life after death and shit, you know, and the cosmos and all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
you know,
we've
but
talked about that. I mean, I still think it's better to believe in God.
something. Yeah.
Believe in God, because at least if you believe in God, then like you get to kind of have a purpose of some sort. And we can talk all day about the goods and bads of religion, but we've got 11 minutes, and I want to talk about the goods and bads of the Barbie movie.
Oh boy, I haven't seen it.
Phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
Wonderful
great movie. I've heard great
Loved
things.
Loved it.
Nice.
I really wanted to see Oppenheimer.
I don't know why I was expecting you to fucking be bombing on it for some reason.
No, I thought it was
Yeah.
great. I thought Ryan Gosling played his part very well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Michael Cera was refreshing. You know, I didn't like Shang-Chi, so the fact that the Shang-Chi guy is the protagonist, Ken, made me very happy.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like I already like fuck that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And now in this movie, I
He's
get to be like,
hey,
fuck that guy.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
So they played to me like fantastically.
Word.
Will Ferrell is just probably one of the better actors, comedic wise. Like he barely has any lines in that movie, and he had me in the theater. I think a good 5 to 10 minute hard chuckle. That
Nice.
silent kind of convulsing chuckle where your whole body's shaking because you don't want to be out loud about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's just
Oh, that's good. That's good.
his delivery is just there isn't much better alive today than Will Ferrell as far as like comedic delivery. You know what I'm saying? He just has he has the best dead face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
as
yeah.
far as like trying to not show emotion and saying something incredibly wild at the same time. But no, dude, like I went into it like obviously like I think the same way I went into Twilight. I was like, there's too many fucking people into this. It's herd mentality. I don't want to be part of the herd. Also, I don't play with Barbies.
Yeah.
What I used to do when I was a kid was I would take my sister's Barbies and I'd take all the clothes off of them and I'd take naps with them.
Which
Which
nice.
Which looking back,
yeah.
I really hope that made my dad proud.
Oh,
I really do.
yeah.
I hope my dad saw that
yeah.
at least once
He's like,
in my
yes.
early development. Was like, that's my
Yes.
boy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
You know what?
He knows what he
I'm gonna
likes.
tease him for being gay his whole life. Gotta keep on. Like this is a good start. I gotta make sure nail it home.
Yeah.
Nail it home. My little boy's gonna be straight.
Yeah. Just make sure that's straight and narrow.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. No.
Dude, like, yeah, I used to totally fucking. I'd strip him and just literally just take naps. Like I would just. Like I'd take one Barbie.
Whatever you wanted to do, bro.
I was a
you
little
know?
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
totally.
I'd like put one between my legs, like a leg pillow.
Hell yeah.
And then hold the other one, like cuddle style.
Nice
And
cool
it
style.
was like a little threesome.
Hell yeah. I think I would just destroy like things. I don't even remember what I did as a kid, you know, like I wouldn't like rip things apart, but
Yeah.
I would definitely like spin around and bang them on things and stuff. And if I had like any action figures,
Yeah.
like playtime was, you know, they get like beaten up and then thrown into a wall kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, like
See, I was-
very Dragon Ball Z.
I was the opposite. I was very like I don't want to break nothing.
Instead of when they break them,
There's no way I'm
stuff.
getting another one of these. I gotta hold on to this. Hey.
I'm going there's explosions and shit.
Dad
you
said
know?
we're not getting Christmas when I got this, so I'm not fucking around. This is gonna last
not
another
one.
11 months.
Yeah.
It's February. He's already taking Christmas.
But then
away.
they made video games, and then it all went downhill.
Oh man, video
Yeah.
games, especially
outside,
As a child. Fuck outside.
fuck outside.
I can
I had a
simulate
PS1,
outside.
bro.
You know the beautiful, vast valleys and lands I've seen. Not going outside.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption,
The worlds and
the
shit.
Grand Theft
you know?
Auto.
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Assassin's
Yes.
Creed.
Yes. The Skyrim, bro.
Oh,
The
Skyrim.
apocalypse of Fallout, dude. The universe travel fucking Halo. I don't even know if they travel the universe, but they travel
Halo
places.
was fucking beautiful too.
They travel
Yeah,
many
yeah,
places
yeah.
for sure. It's fucking Master Chief I missed, dude.
Oh
Good
man,
boy.
Hyrule.
Well,
Goddamn.
Hyrule, dude.
Hyrule looks beautiful.
You know what we have here? Spanish grass. You know what Spanish grass looks like? Dead. Looks like dead grass.
Yep,
It's all in the
everywhere.
hills.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Just golden bullshit.
Oh, but you have the city. It's like, no, it's
City smells like that fucking rescue house I went to
yeah,
earlier.
yeah. There's literally an app that exists for trekking poo on the street corner.
Yeah. And some people probably have it like on their hot bar on the home screen.
yeah,
Where they
yeah.
hit the quick select button. And
It's
it
the
fucking-
fuckers who live on the
it's
actual
the
street
fucking-
edge.
Yeah, it's the poodar.
Like literally, like you'll just go through San Francisco and it's just block and block after block after block, and the houses look like they're just squished together off this little sidewalk. You know, like the the driveway is so dinky that you need to have a smart car or like a Mini Coupe
Yeah,
to
yeah.
even fit it in there. And even if you use that, it's going to be blocked off by a bunch of other cars that are parked in front of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know why anybody would want to live in the city, dude.
Shout out to the fucking like semi drivers who work
yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
They drive fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but like every time you go to SF, if you venture into the side streets of just the workings of the city, not
Yeah.
Mission,
Right.
not
the center.
not Powell or
Right.
Embarcadero.
Right.
We're talking about just where motherfuckers live. You'll see a box truck going 65 on a residential, taking jumps off of all those giant hills, clearing through intersections.
Yeah, because they gotta fucking clear the hills that they have to go up. Dude,
Yeah,
you know?
But it's like they're lined up like they take the whole road, both lanes, oncoming, and they
No
don't give a
fucks
fuck,
given,
dude. They'll
yeah.
just go faster.
Yeah, because no one else. There is no rules of law in the traffic world of San Francisco.
No,
you
there's
know?
not enough
Like,
police to enforce
There is
it.
no like the police are there to prevent people from dying,
And they're not doing a good
other
job.
shit. And
Like,
it's
there's-
just like
There's too many to keep up with.
I've
honestly.
seen like people literally turn right on a left only fucking street, you
Yeah.
know, so they can immediately turn right again into like a behind the parking lot spot. But like there's cars coming at them, you
Yeah.
know, they don't give a fuck. They'll
Yeah.
just go for it. You know, and a cop just watch it from the opposite side. Not no whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Nothing. They just go on their merry way.
Oh
dude.
my God,
Like,
dude. I've seen
There's
people-
no one who gives a fuck in San Francisco. Dude.
No, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
At all times,
Yeah.
all around you. It's just like I can't. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
people selling shit on the corners of anything, everywhere from music to fucking like tickets to things to
Yeah.
you know, and it's like
You could step in human shit and then almost get ran over by a McLaren.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
It makes no sense.
Be surrounded by people going
Yeah.
in every which direction. You know,
You can get shot out by somebody who owns $15 million in assets.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just mixing both worlds. Who fucking knows?
yeah, dude, 100%.
You can anything can happen in that fucking
and then you
city.
feel bad for those fish out of the water people who are like clearly never been in the city and are like being like manipulated by somebody
Well, you
who's
can-
trying to get them, you know,
you
like
can
with something.
fuck around and wake up being sold to another country.
Yeah,
Already
yeah.
on the boat.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking naked.
Yeah, talk to the wrong people for sure.
Yeah, dude. Like you really just never know. And you also might have the funnest night of your fucking life.
Yeah,
Because the amount of other crazy shit that is fun that's
Yeah.
going on
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also insane.
There are, don't get me wrong, like if you've never been to San Francisco, like and you've never been to the big things or stuff like that, like one time, sure,
Yeah.
to experience that stuff.
Fuck
that's all you
yes.
need.
Fuck yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it. That's
honestly,
really it.
like I think
We're only
there's-
downplaying San Francisco because we live here.
Yeah, there's incredible things to see and places to go. It's just that you have to be well aware of what you're walking into,
Yeah.
which is human shit.
Yeah.
Which is tweakers,
Garbage.
and homeless people,
Yeah.
and gang members,
You're looking at-
and rich people,
Capitalism.
and yuppies, and
Yeah.
a lot of Asians.
Yeah.
Like
Like you're looking at the byproduct of what capitalism looks like when it's like at a metropolis level city.
yeah,
You know,
I mean,
like,
you'll walk through 3 different ethnic festivals in one day that all happen to be going on at once in different sections of the city.
one block will be like high rich corporate buildings, and you walk to the next one and it's like falling apart leased buildings that are like getting sucked away
Yeah.
because the other neighbors and shit, you know, and there's so much variety. Sure, it's like a melting pot, but I like
is
how
a
we
mel-
devolved to talking mad smack about San Francisco.
Fuck San Francisco.
Like,
No,
what was
'cause here's the
what
thing.
was the topic even?
Because here's the thing, though. It's like, even, like, okay, if you're new to San Francisco and you've never been there, I think it is dope. But
Yeah, sure.
I think the same thing would be about New York or
I was
Seattle
gonna
or
say,
something. Like,
if
I would-
you've never been to a city, more specifically, you know, like a big city,
a big city, any big city you
Yeah.
haven't been to, the first couple times you go, you'll probably be in awe.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
of the architecture and the
Right.
culturalism. But once you're used to it, you're like,
Yeah.
dude, I just want to get
You
from
just
point
see
A to
the
point
bullshit,
B.
yeah.
And there's a lot of obstacles in my fucking way today. Like, anytime I want to do anything in the city, because there's plenty of shit to do in the city, you have to understand, like, if you want to go do that, you're either in a car
Yes.
fighting lawless traffic.
Yeah.
People just
Yeah.
going
And
for
there's
it.
no parking anywhere.
And it's confusing.
You know? Yeah.
It's fucking a lot of
Yeah.
the streets, especially around like the water. It's like random one ways and junctions and
Yep.
merges, and
Yep.
like all of a sudden you're on a different street and you
Yeah.
have to cross traffic
yeah.
that's going.
And they'll
the
update the streets on one side of a fucking part of the city, and then
Yeah.
it merges into another part that's not
Yeah.
updated.
Or
You know,
your
and
other option is you got to be on foot, in which case you could take the transit system
it's usually better, but
through some things, but like you don't know what you're getting with that. That or you're taking a fucking walk.
Right.
You are walking.
Right,
And
yeah.
it's a lot of hills in that motherfucker, and like so, it's never like I'll just stop in. It's gonna be
No,
easy.
it's a day.
You have to. It's a day.
It's
You're
a
gonna.
day.
You're going to be stressed.
Yeah. I have so much anxiety driving in San Francisco, not because like of the shitty drivers, but just because it is a monotonous nightmare to just get where you want to go in the city.
Yeah,
You know?
because the streets just disappear.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking stupid.
Fighting parking in general is stupid.
And
you
then
know?
you pay fucking $40 to get a parking space for a couple hours. You go back, your car got broken into.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
guy's just looking at you like you're the fucking asshole.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
little
This
booth.
isn't like gated, like fucking paid parking
He's like,
spaces,
dude, I don't have
you
a
know?
pistol. I just own this lot, and I said you
Yeah.
can park here for money.
Right.
I'm not
yeah.
guarding your car. It's
Right.
like for $40, you're not guarding my car.
It's like, no.
You know, when I go to Oakland, I usually give homeless people wherever I park. I give homeless people money.
Oh, yeah.
And
Is that you can wash my car?
Yeah, I told one guy I was with an ex and we were getting our first pot cards ever, and I was trying to be cool because I was with a lady. So we got out and there's like two homeless guys sitting right there, and I gave him a 20, and I said, "Hey, buddy, this is my girlfriend's car. If anybody comes to fuck with it, anybody just start screaming at them right in their face." He said, "You got it, bro."
Hell
and then
yeah.
we went, we did our thing, we came back. He was still there.
Hell yeah. Hell
dude,
yeah.
guarding the car.
He's
You
like,
know
thanks,
what I'm saying?
brother.
That's
Yeah.
way better than
Hell
some
yeah.
parking lot piece of shit.
Yeah, for real.
A
Just
fucking
gonna take your
crazy
money.
homeless person. You just bought them a whole ass crack rock.
They might even just fucking like the
Whole ass
people-
crack rock.
Yeah, they might even just like stand in front of your car and protect
Yeah,
it like
like
a
stand
fucking
on it.
thug, you know? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like they're fucking guarding the gates of fucking hell
Yeah. Right now, this is mine, motherfucker.
until he come back.
yeah,
This motherfucking mine. I'll kill everybody here.
yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't move it though, you know?
Oh shit! All right, well let's just go across the street now then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not fucking writing this guy a ticket. Gonna get fucking blood spit on me. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, San Francisco is. I'd rather not go to San Francisco.
It's a big city. That's what it is. It has a lot of ups and downs. And
The
once you've
pier's cool, I guess.
Once you're over the awes of all the ups, it's all downs.
Yeah. There's the ups are really cool, but then like after you experience those ups, you look at the long list of downs that exist.
Yeah, like
you know?
I think like in Dream World, like maybe I would have lived there from like 19 to 24 and then was gone.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a fun time. That's a fun age to live in the city.
Yeah, live in the center.
And then
too.
after that, it would be crippling.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, I can't. I'm
Yeah.
never going to leave this
you need to go to
apartment.
suburban or somewhere
I've got
else.
a 1-bedroom apartment with 7 other dudes
Yeah.
just so we can afford
a
the rent.
studio with 2 other dudes, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
or it's like you just share a living room together and have
Yeah.
a kitchen and 1 bathroom.
Yep,
You know?
exactly.
Like,
Fuck that.
it's
I'd rather
yikes.
get my boy butt touched for chocolate covered cherries.
chocolate covered cherry.
See you next week, folks.